Welcome to the VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley.
And I'm Coach Jay.
We're jumping right back into another film breakdown video. We always talk about timing and how, hey, we need to do these film breakdowns coming right off of a commitment as soon as we can. But it doesn't always work out that way. However, Peyton Lewis, 4-star running back out of Virginia, announces yesterday that he is committing to the University of Tennessee. Really, this shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. It's kind of been well known. He's been trending to Tennessee for quite some time. Makes it official today, Coach Jay, 4-star running back. We talk about, can this coaching staff recruit the elite level of running back for the SEC? But now you look at this running back room. Let's completely. You never want to skip football, but we fast forward through the 2023 season, jump right into 2024. This running back room should be Jalen Wright. It should be Cam Seldon, Deshaun Bishop, Dylan Sampson, and now Peyton Lewis. What do you think about this running back room? We're going to skip a year of football.
I'm excited about it. We might have not nailed down the quote unquote 5-star running back, but I think we've evaluated at a 5-star level. And Sampson and we were just talking about him on the live chat. Cam Seldon, man, that guy is a dude, and I don't think anyone has very many doubts about what Cam can be for this Tennessee team. And Peyton Lewis is cut from that same cloth. During the commitment video, you were talking about all of his track level and elite speed. And I'll tell you what else he has, and we're going to look at it today, is he's got elite feet, he's got elite hips, he's got elite field vision, and he is a chore to bring down. He is an absolute load when he's got the ball. We're going to see some old school power football today, and I'm excited for it, and I can't wait to not only see the speed, but not only to see this absolute clinic of the running back position that Peyton Lewis is going to put on here today.
That's what I love about this coaching staff, the evaluation, speed, and more speed. Jalen Wright, track guy. Dylan Sampson, track guy. Cam Seldon, the most awkward track guy of all time because he looks like a linebacker, but he's faster than everybody else on the track. And then you follow that up, Peyton Lewis. Somebody's going to argue with me. He's the fastest running back in the country. I said it. Don't talk about hypotheticals. Don't talk about what if. Don't say, well, he was going to break the record till he got hurt. Don't talk about his daddy speed. That's for I'm yelling at an audience of one. I'm yelling at one person. There's 20,000 subscribers, and I'm yelling at one person in the comment section. Peyton Lewis has legitimate track speed. I don't care if you want to argue with me or not. We can take a look at the profile. 4-star running back, 4th-ranked player out of the state of Virginia, according to the industry rankings. He's a top 15 running back. Coach Jay, you just said it. He may not be that 5-star prospect, but he's a top 15 running back. 6'1", 190 pounds. The more I dug into this kid, because, look, we were talking about Jarrett Gibson just a month or so ago, 6 weeks ago. And it started to be, okay, Jarrett Gibson's not coming to Tennessee, so who's next? And we start talking about Peyton Lewis and Braylon Russell and who's next on the recruiting board. The more I looked at Peyton Lewis, the more excited I got. He committed to Tennessee yesterday. We're going to jump into the film breakdown, but as always, you guys know what to do. Smash the thumbs up just below the video. That is quick, free, and easy. We would appreciate it. You want to give a little bit more? There's a button that says thanks. It's like a super chat on a video. You want to drop a little tip in the tip jar? We would appreciate it. If not, that's cool. And if this is your first time ever watching the Talkin' VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. This is for the fans, by the fans. We are building a community of Tennessee fans. We're not talking at you. We're talking with you. That is what this channel is built on. So if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe, click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. We got a fun live stream coming up the first Wednesday in June. Myself, Coach Jay, going to be doing a live film breakdown of 2 of the top quarterbacks in the class of 25, George McIntyre versus Deuce Knight. I'm looking forward to that one. So make sure you mark it on the calendar, June the 7th. What did we say? 7 p.m. Eastern time. Come hang out. I don't know what we said.
Sounds good. 7 sounds good.
I think we just scheduled it just now.
Sounds like 4 o'clock to me, but 7 o'clock to all you people watching.
I think Eastern time is what the world rolls with. I think that's what the world rolls with. Yeah. Maybe that's because I live here.
I think I'll go with it. Why not? I'll join your fight. There you go.
All right. Sounds good. So 7 o'clock Eastern time, Wednesday, June the 7th. But let's jump into Peyton Lewis and let's talk about Tennessee's newest recruit, newest commit. in the class of 24. What do we got right out of the gate, Coach Jay? Let's go.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Old school power I formation, right? Where we'll call this play something like a uh, Z motion jumbo right 26 power old school football. The Z wide receiver at the top of your screen is going to come hard into motion, but then pull back and kind of sit on the wing behind the tight end on the top side of the field. And they're just going to run power right beside it. And this is just a straight speed play, guys. Straight speed play reminiscence, like we've talked about before, of Tyon Evans running for big yards up the middle, or some of the big runs we had last year against Vandy. But he hits this one and makes one hard cut and takes it very extremely quickly to the house. And Boogie, if you could just refreeze this maybe right when it hits the 26-second mark, we can talk about what happens there, but once again, we'll just watch that motion come across and watch him get to this the 6 or the 5 hole, kind of that late C gap pop. Yeah, there you go. Look at that wall of offensive linemen who have made that wall, and look at his hand out, feeling his way through that hole, and now he can make that one cut. And sayonara. Go ahead, take a look at it. There ain't a lot to talk about. It's just pretty and sweet, and whoo, 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 whoo. That kid's got some jets on him, just out, absolutely out. Z motion back, walls off, one cut, and one was all he needed. Right? He's gone, guys. He's off to the races. See you later. Um,
It's interesting you mentioned Tyon Evans. Tyon Evans is who he reminds me of. And Tyon Evans is a little bit bigger, and again, Peyton Lewis has a full year to grow and continue to add weight. But it's the one cut in north and south. That's when we saw Tyon Evans break runs and that home run threat. That's what it was. It was a lot of up the middle, one cut, boom, and get north and south in a hurry. But something I want to come back to also. You mentioned the formation, and that's something in the scouting report on Peyton Lewis that they often run out of a 21 personnel. They usually have a stacked defense in the box. How hard is it for a running back to transition from what's typically a 21 personnel to what Josh Heupel wants to do out of the shotgun, wide splits? How hard is it for a high school kid to make that transition to Josh Heupel's offense?
You know, I personally don't think, maybe I'm in the minority, but I don't think it's that difficult because Heupel's offense is predicated on the run, right? It's the great trick of it is that it's predicated on the run, and he's still going to see the same concepts that he saw that anyone sees to a degree, but a lot of those same concepts. Um, the wide receivers will be spread out wide, but the offensive line will be in tight to make that difference seem larger, the spreadness to the tightness of the offense. And in those tight spaces, he's still going to see those tight combo blocks, those tight down blocks, those tackles pulling inside of someone wide of them. These are concepts that he's going to know and understand. He's going to have run a lot of play action out of that, and as we're about to see later in this film, he can certainly catch the ball. That is not a problem for Peyton Lewis whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I dare to say it's a strong point of Peyton Lewis. So I'm excited about it. But moving right along, just more I formation, man's game football, right? So we're I formation again. We got aces, single wide receivers out to the side. Look at the defenses we're seeing, nice and tight. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in the box ready to stop what is going to be a Z motion week 22 dive on this play. And the tackle to the bottom side of your screen is going to down block on this play. And eventually he's going to get pushed to the ground. And without even thinking about it, Peyton is going to hurdle over that left tackle without even thinking, breaking stride, or anything extra. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Boogie, if you want to stop it at that point, it's like the 44, 45-second mark, but you could certainly play it fast, and we could watch it either way. Just a brilliant non-break stride play. Shows you his extreme athleticism on this dive. Falls just, he's in the hurdle right there. He's over him. Yeah, he he just it's just second nature. You want your running back to almost know where players are before they get there. Vision, you always hear that word vision thrown around with running backs. This is why you almost want him to have that second sight, and he showed it on that play. Gets north typewriter feet, makes a guy miss, picks up another 4 yards. That that'll hunt right there. That'll get it done on the football field. A tough play. Had he done that on the 7 yard line, he may have scored on that play.
I love the way he cuts back for more yardage. He doesn't run out
Mm,
of bounds. He cuts back for
mm-mm,
more yardage. And that's
mm-mm.
something, not to go to the dark days, but Lane Kiffin always harped on. Do not run out of bounds. You better cut back in and hit somebody and get those extra 1 to 2 yards. Like, it's a game of inches. I love to see that. 131. What do we got coming up on this next play?
We've got split back, so a little bit different than the eye back look, but definitely still a power stance, right? You look at the defense, got three linebackers, the boogie, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday night killer 4-3, just in a little bit tighter, twins to the bottom side of the screen. Peyton's going to be the split black at the top of your screen, and they're gonna send him on a, it's almost a wheel route, but it's almost like a seam or a go route. It's in between, at least in my coaching circles, we call that a snake route. But nevertheless, he's going to go on what you know is a wheel or a go route out of here. And what he's going to do is just keep a perfect diamond pattern on a back shoulder throw and catch, and just use his body to defend himself against the pass defender. And it's just elite level wide receiver stuff to see out of a power fast runner. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, Boogie. Just showing a little bit of the versatility of what Tennessee has picked up in Peyton Lewis here. Looking forward, we'll see the reverse of it where he catches it over his head later. But just it almost looks small and non-assuming, but just beautifully, brilliantly done. And if that safety was a little late, we'd be talking about more than just a 15, 16, 17, 18 yard pickup there.
Do you
Very
think
nicely done.
Heupel wants to use the running backs more out
I
of the
do.
backfield, using their hands? We've not seen a lot of it. You don't see a whole lot of like halfback screens in Heupel's offense.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, enter Cam Seldon in the orange and white game. All of a sudden, we see a running back out there, and I know he's unique because was he going to play wide receiver? Was he going to play running back? We saw Nico throwing the football to Cam Seldon more than any wide receiver, more than any tight end in that orange and white game. You think that's something he's looking to recruit?
Absolutely. I think Heupel wants to be multiple. I think we saw it in a microcosm um, w- with our tight end last year, right? We had him at fullback. He was throwing passes. He wants to be multiple when he has the personnel to be multiple, I'll say. And look at all he did with Cam. Hey, imagine a shotgun formation with twins to one side and two running backs, and those running backs are Peyton Lewis and Cam Seldon. And you can break out of it. You can you can run triple option out of it with Nico. You can run RPO out of it with both flying out of the backfield. It makes you extremely multiple. You could send them out and bring someone, one of these athletic tight ends we brought in tight and go power. It just gives you so many options, and I think that's what Heupel's all offense is all about, is off options and scheme and being multiple and keeping the defensive guessing and moving the defense where you want them to be.
And that's what I love about a guy like Cam Seldon. I know this is the Peyton Lewis film breakdown, but a guy like Cam Seldon that can do it all. You can put him in the slot. You can put him at running back. And that when you're going quick, and that's what Josh Heupel wants to do, is go quick. And when you have to substitute, all of a sudden, now the defense gets to substitute. But when you have a
Mm-hmm.
guy like Cam Seldon, you can go 5 wide, 4 wide with the running back. You can move him around, do different things, and you still have that capability to go quick. That's what I love about it. Moving right along on to 218. What do we got?
I formation again, no surprise. Twins to the bottom side of your screen again. Looks like we're in double tight here, real old school football. So we got two tight ends in tight, and we're going to see just a like a 24 blast as opposed to that 26, just a little bit in tighter on this play. The X on the top side of the screen is going to fail to make his block. So the X from the bottom of the screen is going to motion and fail to get his block. And Boogie, let's go ahead and take a look at this. It's just another one of those power plays where he spins out. He's got typewriter feet. He's making people miss, and you almost don't want to say too much with a running back like this. You almost just want to take a look. Or sorry, I said X. That would have been the slot right there. But he lets his man go either way, and just misses the block after he lets his man go. Watch 4, fails to get the seal. Man slides inside of him, squits him, hits him square. He spins out of it, hits the L1 button. And it takes 2 guys ultimately to bring him down. And you talk about a speed guy who runs speed. And he's certainly looking good at power to me right now, spinning out of something. L1 takes 2 guys, still fights him, right? Just a tough run by Peyton Lewis. I love this kid a lot. We got split backs again. A mirror image of the previous pass play with Peyton Lewis is the split back to the bottom of our screen here. And we're going to see that same snake, halfback swing pass to the wheel route out of this ball, except it's not going to be thrown back shoulder. It's going to be thrown over his head. And a similar theme as we saw earlier. Just those typewriter feet after picking up an extra couple yards. Boogie, let's go ahead and take a look at this wheel route real quick, though. Nice wheel route over his head. Stops, keeps in bounds. Typewriter feet down the sideline. Sorry, frog in my throat, guys. But wheel route, bam. Typewriter feet stays in bounds. Gosh darn it. It's like every time he gets those extra yards when he's got the ball. Uh, it's great, man. He's always got those extra yards on top of him. He's always picking up more. So it's not just the home run speed, and I love that about this kid. I absolutely love that about this kid.
Yeah, it's like you said earlier. It's the combination of he's a home run threat. It's elite level speed. He's breaking records on the track, but he's also got
Hmm.
that physicality. He's going to pick up those extra yards. He's going to break those extra tackles. Like I said in the earlier play where he cuts back to the inside, I love the physicality. I think Peyton Lewis is the total package, and
Mm.
you've shown a couple of plays here where he's got the capability to go out and catch the football as well. Just a guy that could do it all. Guys, we appreciate you tuning in for the film breakdown. If you're still here with us 20 minutes in, smash the thumbs up.
Mm.
We would appreciate it. Help us out.
Really.
Share these out. When you see us tweet that we got a film breakdown, you see it and you're like, oh, I'm going to go watch it. I love the film breakdowns. Before you do that, hit the heart on Twitter, hit the retweet on Twitter, on Facebook. You see the post, hit the thumbs up. It's all a numbers game. It's all analytics. We talked about on the watch party that it's AI is taking over the world. You got to play the game. You got to play the algorithm. You got to play the analytics. But we appreciate you guys. I know you guys dig these film breakdowns. Let's keep it rolling, Coach Jay. Where are we? We are at 426.
Let's do it. Yeah. Hey, I formation again. We're gonna be tough all day long on Peyton Lewis's high school team. They love to run that power. This play is going to be no different, and nor will the next play for that matter. You're going to see that 24 blast again. Peyton just an absolute man on this boogie. The fullback picks up an amazing block on this. Peyton's going to pick it up, cut outside to the bottom of our screen on the 24 blast away. After he gets out of that, just go ahead and play it, Boogie. I'll announce you through it as you see it. But he goes ahead, calls it 24 blast, fullback seals, gets outside, spin move off the hit, straight arm down, just absolutely trucks poor number 12 right there. And man, you can't get enough of that. Same exact play coming here, guys. Motion this time coming across. We're going to see pulls through, hurdles over again, L1 button outside, straight arm through the safety and pops in. And did he step out of bounds on that play?
I think they
I
said he
don't know.
stepped out.
Yeah,
I need to see
maybe,
the instant replay. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, just both these plays, guys. Just the spin out to the straight arm, the disrespect throw in the ground, picks up the extra yards. And gosh darn it, if I didn't have deja vu on the next play when I watched this during the film breakdown, just a little bit different of look with the motion of the Z, but hurdles, L1 button, straight arm, Man, just putting on a clinic, showing all the tools a running back needs. Moving on to our final play here, we're going to get a little bit of motion, but it's a misdirection motion that they want to run the sweep to the opposite side of the motion. Boogie, if you can pin this play down about it at 5'11, I want to show something. But look at this defense loaded right here, and when they run the motion, no one follows him, right? Or go ahead and run it till the wide receiver starts motioning. No one follows him. This is man, right? They're blitzing. Your misdirection just went right out the window. You're about to be outnumbered to the top side of the field, and let's see what that looks like for Peyton at the 5'11 mark, um, when he's beat right here. Safety seals. Look how horizontal and skinny he's gotten. Look how tight his feet are together. And he's going to solve this with just nice, choppy feet. And then he's going to get square. Boogie, let a second of it go and pause it again. Choppy feet, get square. Look at the vision. He's looking. He knows where he wants to go right now after being horizontal. He gets square, and so he's got options, right? He can move his hips. He can break inside, outside. He can even spin out. Let's see how he handles this situation right here. Spins out of it, right? Gets low, strides over, and it takes multiple guys. Guys, this play was a 5-yard loss. That's what this play was.
Barry
This is a
Sanders.
this is a 5-yard loss, and then a 1-yard loss, and then a 3-yard gain, and then an 8-yard gain. That's what that play was. And gosh darn it, if you don't see this every Saturday in the SEC, where you miss an assignment or a play doesn't work out like it's supposed to be, but guess what? He turned a negative into a positive, and we've talked about common themes on this channel with these hypo recruits. It's becoming a reoccurring theme of players that can improvise and count on their talent, and not only their talent but the fundamentals they've learned to this point. And when you talk about a staff that's been developing players, um, man, you get excited about what we're building here in some of these recruits. I certainly do. And I was so happy to hear after doing these timestamps and watching this breakdown when Peyton committed. And I'll tell you what we didn't get to on this breakdown, real quick, guys. We didn't get to the 2 punt returns for a touchdown. We didn't get to the 4 kick returns for a touchdown. The one thing I didn't see is blocking out of Peyton Lewis in this film. It was the missing piece that wasn't there. And as you all know, it can be a bit of a learning curve to block at a high level in collegiate football. So we'll be watching Peyton Lewis's career with great intrigue over the next few years. Boogie, he certainly got a lot of tools, and this running back room could certainly turn elite very quickly.
That's the beauty of having Jalen Wright coming back for
Mm-hmm.
2024. Dylan Sampson coming back. Cam Seldon's going to be going into his sophomore year at that point. You got guys ready. That's why it's so
Mm-hmm.
crucial to recruit year in and year out, so that Peyton Lewis doesn't have the stress of I've got to contribute immediately. You can come in and learn how to block and what it takes to compete at the SEC level. We saw it with
Yeah.
Jalen Hyatt. What do I need to do, VAWLS? What do I need to do to compete at your level? He learned, he grew, became the Bolitnikoff Award winner and a 3rd-round NFL draft pick. That's the beauty of college football when you're recruiting at an elite level. Tennessee's wrapping up a huge recruiting weekend. 865 Live, the Memorial Day weekend recruiting event, is always huge. So many guys on campus, offensive linemen, tight ends, wide receivers, running backs. Did Daniel Hill make it in? I don't know. We're going to have all kinds of updates for you coming out probably today, probably as you're watching this. There will probably be an update later this evening, maybe Monday morning. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, dialed in. We're going to keep you guys up to date. All kinds of fun content coming your way over the next couple of months. It's going to be a busy summer. My favorite time of the year covering recruiting. But that's going to wrap it up for Tennessee's latest commitment. 4-star running back Peyton Lewis is in the boat. If you guys like what you see, smash the thumbs up. Jump into the comment section. Let us know what you think and what you want to see from us coming up next. But for Coach Jay, my name is Boogie Bentley. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. Go Big Orange.